Hello folks, this is Science in the Summer Be an Engineer program. The first engineer we're going to look at is a structural engineer, and basically for this particular experiment you're going to be building a pedestrian bridge that travels from one side of a riverbank to the other in order to allow people to cross back and forth to go to parks and roads and all those kind of things. So basically we're going to give you only a few materials because you want to minimize the expense. Okay, you're going to be building a model that hopefully someone could consider using as using as a model to build a larger structure. Okay, so basically the materials you need are 2 books. Okay, you need a paper cup. You need a piece of cardboard about 2 by 2. So you've gotten cardboard in your kit, just cut it up. Okay, you're going to need some paper. Okay, you can use any paper that you have, printer paper, or it's just regular paper. Okay, we did provide some in the kit, but you can use any paper that you have. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut the paper in half. Okay, so you have half sheets like this. Okay, and you also need a mass. So I'm using pennies. You can use whatever you can, pennies, nickels, whatever works, to kind of measure how much mass your bridge will hold. Okay, and of course the last thing is you need a tape. Okay, so the first thing is you're gonna take, let me move this stuff out of the way. You're gonna take and create a half sheet that's gonna go and kind of serve as the river in your structure. Okay, and I suggest that you kind of, you want the riverbank to be around 4 inches wide. Okay, in your case, or what I've been doing is just kind of saying, okay, I want at least, because if I decide to do it this way, I want at least to be the width of the paper like this. Okay, lengthwise. All right. That way, if I decide to do my model like this, I can use this side, and yet or like this, and it'll still fit. Okay, because you're gonna have to make some decisions. Okay, so basically the first part of the experiment is to test out a piece of paper, just a flat piece of paper. So if I was to build a bridge that would just be one one span and length with no adjustments, this would kind of be it. And I'm going to add a piece of cardboard because I'm going to put my cup on top of that cardboard, and I'm going to see how much mass it holds. So I'm going to start adding pennies. Okay, 1. Okay, you can see it doesn't really hold much mass at all. So that's not a great structure. It doesn't give much strength to this span itself, building it this way. So I'm going to do make some other plans, and I've already created the models for us. So I'm just going to quickly, so we don't have to waste too much time. Okay, the first one is you're going to roll it. Okay, on each side. So I'm going to roll it to the center, and I'm going to roll the other side to the center. Okay, and I actually taped mine, and I'll show you my final structure in a second. But you're going to roll the other one, and I would, tape them together, so you end up with something like this. Okay, so here is my rolled, although it's not beautiful, but you get the idea. It's rolled together. Okay, again, I'm going to put my cardboard on there, and I'm going to put the cup on there, and I'm going to start adding pennies again to see how much it holds. Now I want you to, the other thing I have to be aware of is just sometimes it loses its stability. Just readjust it to make sure it's stable. Okay, I'll just keep adding pennies to see how much it will hold. Okay, and I'm not going to go through that whole process because I want you to discover that. And then I'm going to build a third structure in which I fold the paper accordion style. So you'll take your paper and you'll fold it back and forth like this. Okay, and you'll eventually come up to the accordion style. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and put my cardboard on the center. And this one takes a little bit of more patience and I'm going to put my cup and I'm going to start adding pennies to that to see how it goes. Okay, and so I'm going to look at all those three structures. So this is my kind of experimental research. Okay, and then I want to design a structure of my own. Okay, their only parameters are, number one, you can't tape your span to the books. And number two, you can't use more than 2 sheets, but you can tape the sheets together. So you want to try to build the strongest structure possible using the least amount of materials. Okay, don't forget to use your lab books to collect information and record data. That will help you in the process. Okay, so good luck. I hope you build a great structure and enjoy the rest of the experiments.